I am a Romany. I'm nothing else, I'm a Romany. I know years ago that they used to go up with some awful things, but no, I am a Romany. And I was born under a big tree there in a horse-drawn wagon.
What is so common to you?
It was my own.
I'm Charmaine. I'm a 25th generation Romany Gypsy woman, and I am in love with my culture. I was brought up by mother and father that told us to celebrate who we are, never hide your light underneath the bushel, and suffered really terrible racism, but I inherently want to change people's perceptions and opinions. So the Romany people, as a people, we all left northern India over 1,000 years ago, and we all went on different migration paths. The Sinti going into Germany, the Manouche going to France, the Quintanos going into Spain, and our people, the migration path of the Romanichal, the British Romany Gypsy, was from India through the Middle East into Persia, into Egypt, and then into the United Kingdom. We were often called the Little Egyptians, and then that changed from Egyptians to Gypsies. When you ask people what is a Romany Gypsy or what is a Romanichal, people will look at you quite vacantly and they'll say, are you a traveller? Are you Roma? We're neither of those. We're British Romany people. So Sound Common was our home for my mother, for my grandmother, for my great-grandmother. That place. And I always say it, and my mum always smiles. When you go on Sound, if you listen close enough, you can hear our ancestors. It was there. It's everything that is there. It makes my mother come alive.
Well, on Sound Common it was freedom. Everything was free. The meals was cooked outside. We had cooking pans. Pots, pans, whatever, we all ate outside. It was never ever inside the trailers or the wagons, what they called it. But no, it was freedom.
This homes hundreds of gypsy people all over. Here at the end, I've just said to Charmaine, we had, you know, an old railway carriage. And mother, she had it all divided with velvet curtains, and it was beautiful. It was better than any house. So this here should have all the lads, even me, myself, pick it up, you'd be cracking it, cross your knee, like that, under your hands, bundles of it, taking it back. There you go, pick it up, nothing was wasted. You take it all back with you. There's your eating, there's your warmth. There's your cooking material, nothing. The Common provided everything. Everything to Charmaine.
My great-great-grandfather, Andrew Rogers, came into Cheshire in the 1500s. I think we picked him up paying land tax on Welsh Row in Nantwich around the 1800s. There were hundreds of families, and it's even documented that wagons were burnt on there. There's where my mum's, my great auntie, my Aunt Dolly, she died on the Common, and her wagon was burnt on the Common. My mum was born on there, my Uncle Peter was born on there, loads of my mum's cousins were born on there, people died on there. And it's part of that, our DNA as a family. Sound Common it's us, it's who we are. It's sacred to us. Like we call them Atchin Tans. Our stopping places are sacred to us, sacred to our ancestors, and many of them, and it makes me mum sad because that's where she was born. She will take you to the place where she was born in a wagon.
What I really remember about it is the children we all used to play together.
Yeah.
All the cousins all together, because we've got a big family.
Yeah.
All of them used to play on the Sound Common together.
Yeah.
And now you don't do that, you don't see it.
No.
The children is all spread all over the place. They don't know who the cousins is, who's who.
And now I think when you go back on the Common, it's like ghosts of what was there. And then when you walk on there, and you can feel that it's been there.
Yes, you can, indeed. Definitely, 100%.
But the children need to know when something needs to be put on there, that the children can go back to and say, well, actually, this is
where they come from.
where they come from.
Yeah, it is, yeah, that's right.
For councils to sit and take that away from them and put up barriers and barricades to stop us from going there, those places are sacred to us. So when those things are taken away from us, again, it's assimilating us. It's taking part of what is inherently ours. Then just to make it more and more difficult for Romani people to sit and be nomadic. So they forced, it was like forced. And then when you came to the First and the Second World War, more and more and more Romani people started to buy plots of land and to move into housing because it was made so difficult for them to be nomadic anymore, which is part of our ethnic identity, was to be nomadic, and that stopped.
I want our children to be proud of who they are, and I will fight till the end of my days for equality and acceptance, because there is no other way. If not now, then when?
I would never hide who I am, because I think I'm proud of who I am. To keep the traditions alive, you know, to not feel that we have to stop living a certain way, because I think, why should we? I think if the government had their own way, we would all just forget about what we've all been brought up doing. We would all move into houses and our history and heritage would be forgotten about. Whereas I feel like other histories are celebrated, and ours just isn't. It's like they don't want us to celebrate it. They just want it to die out. But I think we need to keep it going.
Obviously, doing my research, it's been very good looking through and using DNA as a tool to see the full migration trail, which then, as coming from Romani heritage, makes you feel proud that your people have survived and gone through all that persecution and coming through all Europe, and then obviously nowadays the modern Romani person in England. I think that, like, the modern day people need to fight to get us culture back.
This was a known place for all the gypsy people to stop. Yeah. So yeah, plenty of sad and plenty
And do you think
of
it's being lost now,
yeah,
the culture?
yeah. It is now. Sad really, it's getting lost in time. I was born there. Special place. Proper gypsy encampment, that was, even though it was common. But we should never ever have moved up there. No, should never have moved up there, child.
Over the hundreds of years the Romani have been in Great Britain, our voices have been silenced. We have faced assimilation threats in the 1970s along with the Egyptian Act. And our culture is at risk of dying because of non-Romani academics telling us about our culture and what's acceptable. It's time that our people stand up and speak for ourselves, because we are the caretakers of our ancestors' legacy and history as British Romanichal people.